Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Enter the Void 2009. um, this was the first movie that Don White recommended to me 6 years ago. It's kind of like I don't know how to describe it, but I guess the best way to describe it is a big budgeted looking modern version of Psych by the 4D Witch. Um, it's got the hardcore porn towards the end and this psychedelic drugs. So it starts off with this guy living with this stripper sister. He's a part-time drug user, part-time drug dealer, I guess. And he says that jobs are slavery. He's living in Tokyo, and his sister's there. I guess she's taken off to strip or whatever. They have a brief chit chat about airplanes and his junkie friend. Then when she splits, he's smoking this DMT stuff. I guess that's what it's called. Supposedly, it makes you feel like you're dying for 6 minutes. Didn't quite understand what that was all about. He's got in his apartment this book, Tibetan Book of Dead. And his junkie friend comes over to explain it to him. It's like it's like when you die, I guess your body floats around. Your life flashes in front of you like a movie. Kind of like being on Tabernacle Ibogaine, I guess. But not only that, but you get to be a voyeur. You're on this astral plane watching everything, but you can't intervene in any way. At least until the end of the movie, I guess. So these two guys, they go walking down the street to the void, which is some kind of dive bar, and supposedly at some point the movie plays Hamburger Lady by Throbbing Gristle, which is a great tune. Not really a tune, but more like noise. I used to have it on my iPod. It scared the shit out of my son when he was younger. And he won't even listen to it now. But, man, when I saw the crazy flashing credits at the beginning and I saw Throbbing Gristle, that got me excited. Let's just say the director has good taste. So there's that. I got the cut version apparently. It's only 2 hours and 23 minutes, but according to IMDb, this movie goes on for like 20 minutes longer, so I don't know what they cut out. Probably a lot of the pornography stuff. But, yeah. This is IFC Films, so I don't know what they cut out. It's not rated, obviously, because it's got the gratuitous penetration, genitals, you name it. So So they go to this void place to meet the guy's friend, supposedly. They split up, and he goes there into the bar. His friend's waiting for them, and it's the guy turns out to be like a narc, and the police come chasing him. So he hides in this ridiculously tiny little latrine thing. He spills his drugs all over the floor. He tells the cops he has a gun. Of course, the cops shoot first to ask questions later. So he's dead. And then the whole theory behind the Tibetan Book of Dead starts to come alive. It starts out with him floating around on his astral plane, looking down at the post-death scene. Then he has flashes back of his childhood. We see that his two parents were killed in an auto accident, a head-on collision with a truck, apparently, in some kind of tunnel. It looks like a one-way tunnel, but for some reason the two vehicles are going different directions. So the two parents in the front seats, they die, while his sister is screaming there in the back seat. His brother's just kind of sitting there stunned. We see that scene play back like 3 times in this movie. And there's even an extending scene where the sister keeps saying, "No, no, no." So it's like that. It's got a lot of ambient noise in the background while he's floating around. He makes a pact with his sister that they're never going to leave each other after their parents die. It's like a blood pact or something. He's slicing his thumb and stuff. So then he slices her thumb and they put it together. But turns out their grandparents are dying too. So they end up in separate foster homes. And apparently that's most of his life, when he's like a 10-year-old boy, I guess. I don't know. So I guess he's got like a semi-crush on his sister. I don't know what's going on with that. But there keeps flashing back between past, present, and future. So that's when the depressing part starts, when he gets back to to his post-death again, the future. Turns out his junkie friend becomes a bum. His sister gets an abortion. Then she has some lesbian food with this hot-looking Japanese babe, black nipples. I don't know if she's Japanese though. She has a weird English accent, but she's got these really tiny black nipples, which are cool. And then what else happens? Oh, his sister gets an abortion. The narc's mother that he had sex with to get the plane ticket for his sister, she's having some domestic dispute with her second husband, I guess, and he kicks the guy out. The mother is upset, of course, at both of them. I don't know, probably more at the stepdad. And so the guy goes over to his the grieving sister's apartment there in Tokyo, where they were living together, and he starts to say, "I'm sorry," and she keeps screaming, "Why don't you just go and kill yourself?" And F you. There's a lot of F words in this movie. So it's kind of weird with when they're in the present with sister brother relationship being a little bit too friendly. For instance, she's naked on the bed and he's just like scoping her out because they sleep in the same bedroom, which is kind of odd. She's like nibbling his ears and she wants to kiss him on the lips when she's on ecstasy. He doesn't let her though. Then he gets jealous when the stripper club guy kicks him out. So the name of the strip club is called Sex, Money, Power, I think, which sounds like a swan song. Then there's the Love Hotel at the end. There's like playing Peeping Tom on all the people at the Love Hotel. That's where most of the pornography occurs in this movie, and it's quite extended too. So I give this movie 5 out of 5 stars. I was kind of bummed that I got the cut version though. There's got to be another version. If IMDb says that it's 20 minutes longer than what Netflix says. So yeah, cool flick. I'm glad that Don White turned me onto this flick. It's definitely weird, kind of jarring flick at times. There'll just be this ambient noise in the background, and then all of a sudden, wham! Car crash. So I don't want to spoil the ending too much by revealing what happens with the rest of the Book of the Dead and the various love triangles going on. But yeah, highly recommended. Check it out later.